Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. It is only natural that as you live your life in this body, with the illusion that you are this body, that you become accustomed to however things are. It's part of trying to feel safe. And yet there are changes that take place that seem to be beyond your control. If you try to control them, you will not be successful, and it'll increase your fear. But if you accept them, you may be uncomfortable, but you will not be in a panic state. There's something that happens to everyone after they reach the age of 9 or 10 or 11, where, like it or not, the body starts changing. It's programmed to do this. Hormones become active, changes take place in the body, and it can be very disconcerting. Everything that you were counting on starting to shift under you. Wait a minute, where did these hairs come from? What is going on here? You may wonder. And hopefully, if you have an older sibling or a kind parent, they'll reassure you that this is normal, this is okay, ride this out. Things will stabilize at a certain point. Imagine how much more severe it is for a woman who becomes pregnant. And it's almost like the body is not her own after a while. Where is this nausea coming from? Where are these pains coming from? And at a certain point in the pregnancy, there is a normalization, maybe 3/4 of the way through, where it's a little uncomfortable, but once again, there's an attempt to become accustomed to what is. And yet, invariably, something is growing inside this being. And this thing, it's first priority. If this little fetus needs calcium, it'll be sucked out of the mother's bones. Hopefully, she'll take a supplement. But this little fetus is the priority. And then the body changes, and like it or not, there's something coming that is the birth of something. And often in the births of something, there is pain. It's a discomfort, it's a disorientation. And how you are about this pain, how you react to it, whether or not you accept it, has everything to do with how intense it is. Your willingness to be okay with discomfort, okay with disorientation, has everything to do with how happy you are. True happiness has to do with your willingness to accept what is in front of you, even if that thing is painful. Right now, all over the world, things are changing in ways that maybe people would not like. It's hard to remember when things have been more tribal, when technology has been used to allow people to anonymously spew hate and fear and suspicion and doubt. And many people, especially in America, have always relied on the wisdom of the Constitution to save them. Things got too out of hand, and certainly the Constitution and the way the government is set up could be relied upon to right the ship. But now, maybe not. What are you clinging to? If you're clinging to anything that you've clung to in the past, you may be very disappointed. Things that you had faith in may fail you. So what can you do? Cling to the only thing that's solid. Cling to love. Look for love. Accept what is in front of you. And humbly ask to see this differently. Things may get a little worse before they get better in your experience, and yet you do not have to suffer. Allow the landscape to change and actively pursue what you know to be true. Your connection with others, your shared interest, your love of yourself, seeing yourself in others, forgiving yourself for whatever you may have believed that's less than joyous about yourself. Releasing judgment and allowing things to change right in front of you with your blessing. Stand on the only thing that's solid, and that's love itself. And more than anything else, love yourself through it all. The dust will settle. Things will resolve themselves. This birth will take place, and it's happening now. Be okay with it, despite the disruptions, and despite the fear and panic that seems to be fomented right in front of you. You stand on solid ground, higher ground. It's the one thing you can trust, love itself. Ask for help, and you will receive it. We are with you always. We love you, and we'll speak with you again soon.